Episode of Raine's Contradiction TV. We are going up against the St. Louis Rams, LA Rams, the Rams. They are 12 and 0. We are 8 and 4. Um, Last week we did get by the New York Giants to push our win streak to 8 straight. I think we have the second longest winning streak in the NFL right now, behind the 12 and 0 Rams. I'm going to go through here and get some of these acknowledged here for the injury report. Incognito's back. Leno Jr.'s back. I actually want to take a look at him. I think he's been... Oh, I can't do it through here. Jordan Howard is back. Second overall. See, Damian Williams is basically kind of like Tarek Cohen, except bigger. So we might be able to move Tarek Cohen, seeing as how we have an abundance of ability right now at running back, because we had an injury that we had to fill. So I'm going to go in here. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of one of these running backs. We have 3 running backs. That's a little bit deeper than we really need to be. I believe I was going in. Yes, the strong safeties. So what we might do is try to move them for a draft pick. We have some other options as well. We can try to get an upgrade for a player that we maybe miss on in the draft, that kind of thing. We'll just kind of play it by ear and see what we're up against. Oh man, these safeties just aren't panning out, huh? Late 4th round. Late 4th round, yeah. Buns, buns, and more buns. Okay. So we have some... kickers never get scouted. I'll scout a kicker for you guys that like special teams. Ugh. Punter. We'll look at a punter too. Let's just... Why not? Mid-5th rounder. We'll come back and we'll fill in some of these gaps in the 1st and 2nd rounds in the next week for scouting. Let's also go in here, take a look at who's ready to negotiate. I believe there were some people that I was thinking about and just hadn't made a decision on. Yeah, Timo, I'm still on the fence about. Not interested. Scheme fit, normal, 25 years old. I'm just... Definitely, it's going to kick us out. I'm going to have to come back in. That's going to hopefully be a fix coming soon. Let's see what else we have here. Let's go through and look at the news as well, see if there's any new scouting news. McCadley. So that gave me a little bit of information on 2 things here. Looks like McCadley shut down Fernando Houston, so apparently McCadley's the truth. We've had a couple of news stories about him. I actually want to go take a look at him here. And not only... We also shut down Houston, who is a wide receiver. McCadley right there. I don't want to take him off the list. I want to look at him. He's a mid-1st round estimated talent. He might be significantly better than that. It said he shut down this Houston cat. Where is he? Fernando Houston right here. 5'8" deep threat. So that's... I'm going to add him to the board to make sure we scout him, just so we can see how good McCadley is. Maybe this guy is actually a 1st round talent that we're not really sure about. I also, before we get into the game here, I would like to get in to some stats, see what the awards are looking like before we advance. Let's see if we've had anybody in the weekly awards. We did have Floyd with his 3 sacks. Floyd with 5 sacks. Trubisky was the man in this one. So yeah, we're Trubisky again. Trubisky again. We're having a pretty good run, Floyd. We're having a pretty good run. Like, not gonna lie. If we go in here and look at the yearly awards, I'm sure that we're gonna have some people towards the top here. MVP race. I don't know if we're gonna have anybody. We do have Floyd. I think he might be the only defensive player on here. Yeah, Trubisky snuck his way onto the MVP race. That's crazy. Matt Hedrick might get Coach of the Year. I doubt it, but he'll be in the running, which always helps. Let's go into the NFC and take a look. Offensive Player of the Year. Trubisky's down here. Right now leading is Todd Gurley. Let's look at Defensive Player of the Year. It's Floyd. I think Floyd's going to run away with this. Kuechly is really good. Deion Jones, Aaron Donald. We don't have anybody else on the list here. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Saquon Barkley's the man, it looks like. DJ Moore. Darius Geis. Anthony Miller. He snuck his way onto the list here, which I'm pretty surprised about, but he's been getting some play. Roquan Smith looks like he might be the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Let's see if we have anybody else lurking in the shadows. Nope. Best quarterback, Trubisky is down here at 5th. Best running back. I'm not going to lie, I was all keen on replacing Trubisky, and I'm still feeling that. If he gets any kind of bump to his development from the rewards from being in these award races, then I might stick with him. We'll see what we do. But taking a look here at the best wide receiver, we did have. Let me go back. We did have Allen Robinson sitting in there. Offensive lineman, I think. Oh, we don't have anybody, but the entire Eagles front line is on this list. That's crazy. Well, 4 to the 5 of the Eagles front line is on this list. D-line. Really? Okay. We don't have anybody on here either. Best linebacker. Oh, it's because Floyd's technically a linebacker. Yep, he's sitting here doing big things. Do we have anybody else? Alright, defensive back. Nada. Kicker, Cody Parkey. He's a 67 overall right now, too. So we're in the runnings for a lot of these I wanted to see there. It said we're 30th on total offensive yards, but on defense we're number 1. So clearly we're a defensive-minded team right now. I'd like to get more offense behind that defense. We have some strong running backs. We have some strong wide receivers. Our quarterback play is surprisingly better than it had been. We started off, Trubisky looked crazy rough. I had it to the point where I was like, man, I'm going to just take... Oh, excuse me. I'm just going to take him out. Like, I'm going to pick up somebody and replace him. I was looking for anybody. I was looking in the improved player slots, looking at people that were 73, 74, 75 overall, that were a little bit more experienced. Just somebody that could step in and fill that role for the year until I drafted somebody. And it just so happens that Trubisky got wind of that through the...
They didn't allow any points on the opening drive. Now second drive of the game.
It looked like he got wind of that through the media, whatever that took, that the management was shopping around, and then he decided to step up and play a little bit better, and all of a sudden there he was, sitting here.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
Lost
And
yards,
he goes nowhere.
didn't
He'll
get
lose
sacked,
yardage
didn't
back
get
at the
picked off.
17. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Oh.
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football,
So,
and caused a
no
nice
bueno.
play for lost yardage. Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was
We're
going
going to
nowhere.
take a look
you
at this
count on
drive,
your
a drive
offensive
play that I
line
like to
to
do.
give you a
We got
little bit
Burton
of
and
space,
Bryant
a
coming
little bit
across
of
the
time so
middle.
you
We
can
got
make a
Taylor
move.
Gabriel running
There
on
was
the
none there
outside.
for him.
Allen Robinson going yards. So let's see what we
On
got
3rd
here.
down, Trubisky. Over the middle, complete.
We got our
That's
man,
Burton.
just wasn't deep
And
enough.
he'll go down just shy of the 25
So
at the
it's
24
4th and 4.
yard
We're going
line.
to kick this away,
It'll
of
be a
course.
gain of 8, but it also
We're too
lead to a
dangerous
4th
territory
down.
to do much anything
There's
else.
an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance,
This
and
isn't
made
going
sure
deep.
that they didn't
If
get
he
anywhere
tries to
near
return
that,
this.
bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they...
All right, so
Time for this defense to try and stiffen as they'll try here to defend a 1st and 10 situation at their own
Goldman,
17-yard
we got,
line.
I'm a rusher. We're going to see if we can contain Gurley.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach.
I thought we were about to get another sack from the man over here.
Part of the field that brings up 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Robert Woods.
Back on defense. This is going to be one of those games. I think this might be a little bit rough, but we're going to battle out.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And this will be a dump off for Kelly.
Wow.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown.
We got a red zone alert.
And this defense in a little bit of a tight spot here. The ball is inside the red zone. 2nd down and 6.
So we got Shaheen, we got Bryant.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky.
Oh, where did he?
And it's
I
incomplete.
didn't see him at all.
Dez Bryant, the intended receiver.
I thought
and
I
it
had
takes us
Dez.
from 2nd to 3rd down.
Let's run this bench
One
play.
thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10
first
to the 7.
down. It's going to die if it's
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making it really nice?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard.
Big 3rd down, make it stop. 3rd and 5.
2nd quarter, this defense looking for a big
What do we do on 3rd and 5?
here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense.
We're going to trust our secondary, and we're going to bring that pressure.
Goff throwing again. And that will be incomplete as well.
I want to take a look at this replay if I can. Let me let the thing run for a second. No worries. 2-minute drill, 25
Time
yard
winding
line.
down here in this first half as
Run
we
the
get you
flood.
back out to the action. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. A good pickup there of 22.
Make him choose between Shaheen and Dez.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
Burton's hurt. We're going to play.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here.
Oh, corner strike.
To me. I didn't see anything open.
Be
This play just
pressuring
didn't
him.
look right
Be
from the
pressuring.
beginning.
It
Put
did
some
not.
pressure.
I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky.
Got him.
And it's knocked
Oh my
away and
gosh.
incomplete.
He just
Allen
missed the
Robinson,
catch.
the
I tried to
intended
use her. I
receiver.
should have just
And
let him
it's
catch
third
it, but I
down.
wanted to make sure that he didn't get
Well, we're not
picked.
playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little racky.
Come on, Parky.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
And this is one of the risks you...
A third down situation coming up in the third quarter, and this defense hoping to turn that third down into fourth. Now it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A third down situation coming up in the third quarter, and this defense
We
hoping to turn that
are
third
battling
down
right
into
now,
fourth.
but we don't have that many 3rd and 9 plays.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Shaheen, the tight end, on the right side. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Well, the defense is in a better spot here than the offense as we drop you into a 3rd and 8. Now, the ball is in the red zone, but they need 8 yards on third down. Now Trubisky to throw. And he is in. Touchdown.
Let's go.
Chicago.
That's that tight end that I think I
His
let go.
second touchdown on the... A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter? Throwing on third. Gone. Got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer.
Of course, we couldn't do anything with it.
Keeping this offense out of the end zone has to be considered a
Gotta
must
hold
here.
'em here,
As
fellas.
this defense can ill afford to go 2 scores down here in the second half. They go play action here on first down. This is caught.
Oh my God. We had a chance and the guy just didn't hit the quarterback. You got to be kidding me. Now they turn to me. On fourth down, you turn to me.
Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out
buy
there
time.
on fourth.
I gotta be Trubisky. Okay.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on fourth down.
He's got the time.
And Robinson with a big catch. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. The time to pull up. It's a third down situation in the fourth quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. Trubisky now to throw on third down. Out left side here to Bryant. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. All right, this offense has made its way into the red zone as they're set up with a 1st and 10 just inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down.
That's the ball game, fellas.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, it's not 100% the ball game, but it's pretty much the ball game.
First and goal situation as this offense looks to punch in the football from right around the 6. Throwing now is Trubisky. And this is intercepted.
Oh my God.
That should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down.
Well, there went my winning streak.
Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were
Once these
comfortable
guys stop
up here,
talking, we'll go
as
through the
comfortable as
stats
one
together.
could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for Los Angeles, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Chicago, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Okay, so after 45 extra seconds of random commentary that nobody ever cares to hear, we're sitting here looking at the stats with Mitch Trubisky, 25 of 40, 273 yards. Good completion percentage. Those 2 late picks by me trying to force the ball in and get a quick score. That's unfortunate. Should have taken better care of the ball. That's on me. Rushing wise, we didn't do jack, and I mean we literally didn't do anything. Fortunately, neither did they. I think we broke Todd Gurley in the process. That's unfortunate. I like Todd Gurley. He's a hard-nosed back that really just keeps his legs turning, which it's an effort player. Receiving, our biggest receivers were Des Bryant. He had 8 receptions, 68 yards. Allen Robinson, 3 receptions, 67 yards, along with that play that I assisted in helping him break. Taylor Gabriel, 3 receptions for 56 yards. We also had Shaheen with 4 for 30. Burton had 4 for 26. Daniel Brown had that 1 for 20 and that touchdown. Blocking wise, I don't see anything jumping out. Jump over here to total tackles. Kayvon Webster did his thing. Sacks, Fuller, We didn't have anybody really do anything sacks-wise today, which probably helped them a lot. Interceptions, both for them. Any fumbles? Yep. Awesome. So we had plenty of turnovers. That's why we lost this game. Looked like game one all over again, but we were playing probably the overall best team in the league standing wise right now. Positive comes out of this. We have a lot of players that are getting an upgrade. Trevone Boykin, Kevin White, Eddie Goldman, and Des Bryant. This actually might move Trevone Boykin into the number 2 spot. I'll have to take a look at that in the depth chart really quickly. So if I rearrange, Trevone Boykin he is the man right now. He's a 68 overall scrambler, so he moves ahead of Chase Daniel. I am going to go ahead and advance the week here. They cleared Jonathan Hankins. We have Tarek Cohen coming back this week as well. But let's go check out these standings now that everybody's done their thing. Right now we're still leading. If we beat the Green Bay Packers, things are looking pretty good for us because we're playing the 49ers and then the Vikings. I know a couple weeks ago I mentioned something about playing against, I think we played against the Vikings, and I mentioned something about Sam Bradford. He's not a Viking. I mentioned something about, what's his name? Shifty quarterback from Louisville. His name escapes me right now, but he doesn't play for them. He plays for the Ravens. Just like anybody else, any other sports fan, I get people confused. Purple jerseys. There's 2 teams in the league wearing purple jerseys, and those are the 2. So, all in all, that was a tough loss to take. It snapped our winning streak. Next week we're going to take on the Green Bay Packers. Could pretty much seal up the division for the most part. If we get 2 wins ahead of them, it's going to be hard for anybody to come up and take that from us. So, for Raine's Contradiction TV, this is Raine. You guys have a great rest of your day. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and also take a look at the Twitter feed and our Instagram, which can both be found in the description. Thank you. Have a great day.